Okay. It's Friday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good vibes, good energy, good people. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Also, if you want to support my brand, it's inspiredbydreams.shop. That's the place to go to, dress outside of the box. Okay. It's Friday. We got a lot to talk about. Plus, I got an extra video coming up right after this live. So I want you guys to stay tuned and we're going to chop it up and just break down a lot of things that's going on in these YouTube streets as well as the streets in our communities, okay? Let me see. I want to start it off with a little shout out. Shouts out to some new content creators that I've been watching. Shouts out to Papa Duck, excuse me. And he was breaking, I need you guys to go check out, he was breaking down a little something on anxiety, and it kind of explained, kind of close to the anxiety that I have. So it was kind of dope. I watched his video, really dope. Subscribe to the channel, just showing love to all my content creators and everybody out there. So yeah, we talking about a lot of things today. I want to give healing energy to the family of the 16-year-old boy that was recently killed out here in Queens, New York. And so is this, if you guys haven't heard yet, there's a kid on the run right now. There's another guy on the run right now. He's gonna get caught within a few because there's nowhere to run. When it comes out here down to New York, especially the cameras got his full coverage of his face. They didn't show you the incident of itself, but from what I'm hearing is he waited till the 16-year-old got off the bus, I guess coming from school, and not too far away from his neighborhood where he lived. And the guy and the other kid shot him. They're believing that it could be gang related. So when I hear these types of situations, I start to realize that not only are the youth throwing their life away, but there's actually a fear attached to all of these crimes. And as much as people don't want to hear it, there's a lot for the youth listening. There's things that you guys are eating wrong that's giving you this off balance as well. I know at a young age, it's hard to tell kids at a young age what and what not to eat. But if they start early eating the right things to balance out their mind as well as their body, they won't have these anxiety, or they won't have these demon thoughts to go out there and harm somebody in that type of way. At that age, if you have a problem with somebody, it should be a fist fight, or not, or if you're a little upgraded, leveled up in your mindset, you should be able to talk yourself out of a situation. But when you choose the violence, this is what it leads to. Now he threw away his life. There's no way to run unless he out himself. And most likely 9 out of 10 times, the people that kill people are even scared to kill themselves. So, I don't know, man. Right now, it's really crazy. Probably gonna hear a lot of cop sirens and police just all over the place because they're gonna catch them. Guarantee. It's sad, man. If you're a parent and your kid, you feel like your kid could be involved with the wrong people, you got to check to see who your kid is dealing with, their friends, who's around them, because it's not, the influence is coming from so many different places. It could be coming from school, gangs in school, friends grouping up. It could be gangs on the neighborhoods he passed on the way from his bus trip, because and let me tell you, I'm just guessing, if the gangs are pushing new people that's joining the gangs to go out there and hurt somebody for initiation, or if it's something towards that route, they should be, the people in charge of those gangs should be locked up as well. I don't want to hear about, because if you're putting people out there just to destroy people and for some initiation to prove it, first of all, when any one of you guys get in court, you tell on everybody. This we seeing in today's in the news when it comes down to even celebrities or rappers getting locked up. People are talking, people are telling, because they don't realize the time that they're going to end up facing. They're throwing their life away, you guys. So I just wanted to start it like that. Healing energy goes out to that family. And yeah, man, we got to stop the violence. We got to really start paying attention to the youth more and realizing that the things that you eat can set you off and put you out there on a, don't you know, if you eat the bad foods, you can go out there unbalanced, and now you have just different thoughts in your head that's sparking. It's not really even you. It's the anxiety. It's everything. People are dealing with a lot in these times, and you never know who's the person next to you, sitting next to you, what they're dealing with. So you have to move accordingly. That's just what I want to say. Good morning, you guys. What's going on, my peoples? How y'all doing? There's a lot going on, y'all. I wanted to talk to you guys about. Okay, so let's just set it off. I'm hearing that Diddy, he wants revenge on everybody that has been talking about him. I guess that has been, bringing up these types of the allegations, or sitting behind the allegations, or I don't know if it's so-called rap industry friends that he once had. I don't know where it's going, but it just sounds crazy to me. I don't. It's nothing to be worried about. I feel like with the Diddy case, he's going to be doing a lot of time, and in these times, doing that time, it takes away a lot out of your life. I'm not saying that all these allegations are true, but I'm just saying the ones that they have that could possibly stick to the wall could probably put him away for a long time. What do you guys think? You think Diddy's gonna come out like Teflon Diddy? That's what it's gonna be? He's gonna come out like Teflon Diddy, start chasing down everybody in the industry? It ain't gonna work like that. I feel like if Diddy comes out, if he comes out of this, there's gonna be more lives lost. It's gonna be more lives lost. I can't tell you who, but I can just guarantee there's going to be more lives lost if Diddy makes it out of this. That's all I got to say with that. It's not going to be just, easy to just go around and do what you want to do because you have money. Not in these times, and not from anybody out here, especially not in New York. People are not having it. People are not having it. You gotta be very on point on the things you do and the people that you're around. I always tell you guys that, because now if you notice, like RICO charges and conspiracy charges, these are types of charges that you don't have to be necessarily on the scene or that. You just have to have something to do or know the person that's involved with that, and let you have a business. You're funded. Any funding that goes towards any gang, any violence, you are getting pulled in the prisons just as well as them. I don't think people are really understanding what's really going on here. What it's saying is, even if you're a celebrity, you somebody that's making money, you own a barbershop, a car wash, whatever it might be, you fund somebody or help somebody out that's a part of a gang, no matter what gang it may be. It could be the biggest to the smallest gangs, and you are going in for conspiracy. So what we're tending to see, if you're gonna do, to me, I don't understand. I don't give no respect to somebody that has to have a whole bunch of people to get something done. If you got a problem with somebody and it's a direct problem, you guys can handle it yourselves. And whatever happens and comes out of that situation, that's how you handle it like a man. Not run around and get a whole bunch. Oh, I'm gonna get this person. I need a bodyguard. All of that stuff ain't working. All of that stuff says that you don't know how to stop running your mouth. If you're gonna run your mouth like this, running all over and talking about this one and how you this toughest person, why you need all the bodyguards for? Huh? You think bodyguards don't have a heartbeat either? Bodyguards are dying left and right too. The guns that are being used in these types of situations, there ain't no bodyguard on earth that's gonna be able to stop it or stop that person from getting to you. So you have to be mindful of what you do and understand how you present yourself to the world is how the world is going to accept you. So you want to be the toughest guy. You want to slap that label on you and be the toughest guy and go out there. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But when the world takes a look at it and starts seeing you like this animal, and they treat you like an animal now you want to run back and with some, oh, help me out, asking for the community and all this. No, nobody wants to help you. It doesn't matter your skin color. It doesn't matter how tall you are, how short you are. It all has to do with this. If you go out there like an idiot, you will arrive to the coffin or the prison. What's the problem? This is what's going on. Don't you see? Okay, let's talk about, forget about the Diddy. We probably jump back onto that with the Diddy because I don't think he's scaring anybody. I think that at this point in time, I thought he would have had a better mindset of, and be at least a little sorry for the things he did now that he's sobered up. But it seems like, I guess in these places, they probably, his mind is still, he's still gone. He's still fighting for his freedom. I don't know what's that about at this point. But let's talk about Sheff G. If you remember this, if some of you are new here, you might not remember this, but the people that were following me from the beginning, I spoke like a while back, a few months back on this whole being pardoned by the president. But the whole trick to that, like I told you, was even if they pardon you, if you're not going on the right route, you're going to end up in the same place. So the pardon was it's just for promotion. So now we see Sheff G is being in prison for 5 years for attempted murder. Now that attempted murder charge, I would say that's the best he could have got, because attempted murder, you can get up to 25 years out here. Don't think that attempted murder you can't get the same amount of time as you murdering somebody. It all depends on the case, and they piece it together. But you got 5 years for attempted murder. You see, and not only is it 5 years, you know how much money and how much people that he probably, if he was using his money right, how he was feeding people. But instead, he was funding gangs and making his gang. These are the types of charges that you're losing yourself. You're trying to protect this fear that you have by paying people to stay around you, and it's making it bad for you. Half of these guys don't even have to do all this gang violence. They already had the opportunity to become an artist and go out there and change their life. And they can change their environment. But what do? They more concentrate on the cars, the neighborhoods, and all of this stuff that don't really mean anything in our lives. You mean to tell me a man that making music for all this time and his music was millions of views, he couldn't change his environment and his lifestyle? No, because that fear of whoever is beef or whatever gang he's a part of is still lurking around him. I'm going to tell you, the bigger man is going to be the man that could steer his own and say, you know what, I'm not doing this. And even if I'm doing it on my own. I'm not doing it with a whole bunch of people that don't love me. It's common sense. It's like a chessboard. You can't expect, you have to know how to make your moves and play them out and see the end game before the beginning of the game even starts. The person that can see ahead and think ahead could be more aware of what's next to come. A lot of these guys, if you notice, they're dying and they're getting shot when they're not even sober. They all boozed up or they high up and they don't know where they're at, and they have this energy about them, and they're not even knowing the more high and the more drunk you are, you're not going to be on point. Somebody going to creep up on you and give you what you've been asking for because you don't have this. And don't tell me that how you're sharp up here and you're drinking alcohol. I just don't want to hear that. I've never seen that. I've never, ever. You have to take things in moderation. I'm not talking about people just, if you drink a little bit here and there or occasionally, but if that is your push towards the day, you off. I don't want to hear how you're on point. I don't want to hear how you got this or you know what you're doing. No, you don't. Because your decisions are going to be made loosely, or because you're intoxicated. Everybody knows this. When we see a lot of artists out there losing themselves, even some great ones that we listen to and love, like look at Kodak Black. Now, as much as he tell us, oh, he's sober, this and that, listen, we've seen you at a point where the drugs didn't take control of your life and have you looking like you're a zombie. And we've seen another point of your life where that you're just totally off. The decisions that you make, you're not even realizing it until you go to these prisons and sober up and come back out, get high again, go back in, it's like this cycle, you guys. You got to be very aware of the things you put in your body, and that's including food. Food can be a drug to certain people too. Sugar, salt, all of these things can push you to trigger your body so you can think unbalanced. And now you're in a position where you can't get yourself out of. I always said, as a man, you're going to defend your family and the people you love. So if you have to get yourself in it, we could all end up in a certain place if we push a certain point. But you have to know how to control that, to know that if you get to that point, do you want to go all the way, or is there any other ways I can route this, or maybe go around it where I can't, it can't be caught or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have to have your mind right for you to make it through this, man. Don't nobody be boozed up in a war. You're not gonna win that war. You're just gonna pass away, and you're not even gonna realize because you're drunk. Look what's going on. Look what's happening with our people, y'all. Look what is going on. Something ain't, and Sheff G had a promising future. It's not like I can't say this is the first time him making money, because it's been a couple years now. But look, and I'm not gonna blame it on Chicago, but I just because I have a different outlook on Chicago, and I have a different love for Chicago, because a lot of people don't understand that the youth out there are hurting too, and there's a lot of people that's trying to do better and trying to get themselves, and they see a different way in Chicago. But a lot of people, they adapt to this bad mentality, and that type of energy sliding on people. It's going all around the world and it's hitting all communities. Because people are in love with the lifestyle, but they can't live it out because of it's a war. It's a war. If you do something to anybody, it doesn't have to be a gang member. You hurt somebody's family and you build up that enough pain in that family, that is gonna curse you, your family. You never know your son, your daughter going out there and something happened to them. That's just how life works. It's the karma in 360. We are seeing it in front of our eyes, you guys. We are seeing it. We are seeing it. We're seeing it. All the things I tell you guys about how relationships and these artists out here, they putting this you speaking bad on people and talking down people. All of that is eating them inside. You see what's going on? Do you realize that right now we are living in the times where it's a spiritual war? It began. It already began. We're seeing souls being lifted every single day. This is nothing new. This is something that we have to adapt our minds to and make it out of. And just like, the reason why I wanted to bring up this content creator, Papa Doc, because he explained anxiety in a different way. Some people think that anxiety is just one way. No, there's different levels to it. There's different levels to it. I use my anxiety to create, to learn things faster. There's a lot of ways you can use the things that you feel like is holding you back to push you ahead. People just don't know how to control it. And it all starts with your intake, the things that you take into your body, whether it be food, whether it's reading something, whether it's watching something. These are the things that's going to build you up. Whatever flaw you think you have, there's something in that flaw that can make you stronger. You don't know that? You just got to find it. You got to find it. For all my brothers and sisters out there that's thinking that, we're not the same type of person, or just we are all dealing with these same situations. What do you think? You think I don't feel bad for the kid in Chicago that got shot down, or the kid in Detroit that got shot down because I'm from New York? No. It's happening out here too. It just happened. So when we see it like that and we see the outcome of everybody and look at everybody as an equal, we then start to realize and have sympathy for the people and what they're going through. And that right there will show you that there's people out there that still care. Don't be fooled by this nonsense out here. I'm telling you, these people, and don't look at them like they're some animals. Now all of a sudden you see these people coming with the cameras in our neighborhoods because they're aggressive. Because where we come from, certain places are aggressive. So now they're coming from with their cameras like it's a zoo. Y'all better go about your business before one of y'all catch a bullet to the face. Go about your business. People have had it up to here. Go about your business. This ain't the place to be coming with the cameras and all that right now. People telling on people and all that. Yeah, people telling. Yeah, I told you they was going to tell. You think you're going to put some young youth out there to do something for you and hurt somebody and they're not going to tell on you? You led them astray. You put them out there. You led them astray with all these different types of pills and drugs. I don't know what their mind is speeding, racing, thinking. They thinking their life could be over if they don't get rid of the next person, probably. So you got to wake up and start realizing they are being fed this demon type recipe. And they intake it, and after they take it in, they turn into something that they're not, and now they're in this like it's a game. It's not a game out here because you don't get to play again. You don't get to play again. That's why I tell you guys it's not about the money, it's about how you live in your life. The money gonna come. Trust me, you guys, the money gonna come. The money will come. But when you get the money now, you mean to tell me that you're gonna go out there and you gotta watch your back and people are after you because what God given you, now you earn that, somebody gonna kill you for it? Then it means you can't enjoy the life that you think, the lifestyle you think that you want. You can't even enjoy it because your community and the people around you are gonna take it away from you. That's cold-blooded. That's a cold way to live. Having no care in the world. And this is the reason why Oprah behind is getting subpoenaed. Oh, you thought because people have millions and billions of dollars it can't happen? Ain't not. I told you. Power don't come from the money. Power come from the ownership. Power come from the secrets that people hold above people's heads. and say, if you do this, you don't do that, this is what can happen. That's how the power come in. A lot of those big companies y'all see that you think are billion-dollar companies, that's split up with so many people you wouldn't even know. A lot of people that's with a lot of those demonic places that's fooling your minds, their kids ain't going to, their kids can't even work. Their kids on drugs, sniffing up cocaine and all this nonsense. I'm telling you, their families they're falling. Them people curse, man. Them people are cursed. When you see those, that's the reason why they ain't gonna have no love for you, because you're trying to look for the right thing. And they're dealing with the wrong thing, and it's brought money to them. So they ain't gonna stop that. If you put it like this, look at life like this. Picture if it was YouTube, right? You see, like if somebody putting out negative content, but they making millions of views and they making money and they feeding their family, they're gonna find an excuse in their mind to say, you know what, I got to do it. I'm not like this, but I'm doing it because I gotta feed my family. So now imagine in the world with all these big companies, billionaires, right? They've been doing this for years to people, messing with the medicine and this and that. So you think that all the money that they have, they're going to just one day say, you know what, let's just go healthy. Let's just not do this to people. Think about it. And those are the same people that the curses go and they kill their kids. They come down, the curses start going, reeking through the family. Because they're not going to give up what they're doing. So as God would tell it, as God wrote the story, this is how it's going to go. It's going to fall down the family tree, and it's going to go, and a lot of deaths come up. Car accidents, alcoholism, a lot of people overdose on drugs. That's the reason why it happens. You think somebody takes drugs want to overdose on it? No, you're controlled already. Once you're addicted and you come back, I got you. You can't control this when they got you in control. You can't. So don't tell me how sharp your mindset is if it ain't there. Your mindset is it's like an exercise to get to this point. It's not, you don't just pick up wisdom tomorrow off the street. No, you have to work your mind like an exercise and understand the more you figure things out. Even if you figure out how to put towels on the floor, you figured something out yourself. Your brain starts working, your muscles start moving, you start thinking. Imagination that's how people imagine stuff. That's why you could imagine stuff that's not here, and other people can't see it. They can't see it. Or they can duplicate off of things that's here already and try to make best of that. But it's the people that can see beyond that and build beyond that are the ones that know what's next to come. There's a difference in people. There's levels to your education. There's levels to your wisdom. And the kids out here, they haven't even reached a point of understanding. You have to find a point of understanding before you can upgrade yourself. If you can't understand or put yourself in somebody else's shoes or try to figure it out and see why, then you don't got it. You don't see it. That's just how it is. It's no other way of going around. There's no other way of living your life in these times. We are not living in the times where it's just you can skip in the park and walk. No, you have to be aware of everything you do, what you eat, what you drink, the people you're around, because you can be forced into a position like this. Now, what we didn't see, going back to that little kid that got shot coming off that bus, they see the camera of the guy walking, right? But they're not going to show you the other cameras. Everywhere in New York has cameras. Even on the bus has cameras. So it just goes to show you that people feel this desperation, even if the cameras are out, they got to do what they got to do. Okay. But you also got to face the consequences. And that's the part where people fall short. See, if you're going to do something, I'm not saying don't do anything. I'm saying if it's worth doing. If you're going to do something and it's worth doing, then your time in jail is just your time in jail. But what are you fighting for? Are you fighting for your family? What are you fighting for? The price of respect is cheap. The value of it nowadays, people don't even know what that is. People don't even know what that is. So we have to start realizing that we have to be sharp about what we do. Everything we do, every single thing. That's when I hear these people going back and forth on YouTube, like, I be looking at them like, this ain't real. Ain't nobody gonna kill nobody. So this is just entertainment, because This could go bad if certain people come in the presence of certain people. This is that type of energy. We got to get that out of us, man, and start working and fighting for the things that we truly believe in, and the things that we want to see next in this world. There's a lot more going on that we could pay attention to than all of this violence, kill, 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 kill. The music is like the backdrop for it. Because the music gonna make you feel like, no, let's go now. And that same thing is the same thing that eat them away every single time. They don't even see the money. They don't see the money because you're not gonna see the money when you're funding off your gang. There's no way you can fund criminals in these times without you catching the RICO. I'm telling you. And only fools do crimes in these times because they don't know what next to. There's so many different hustles you can do and get yourself a part of that can build profit, and you can live a good life and take care of your family. But yet people, the only thing that they know is take from their own people or hurt their own people. And that's where it always gets them. Am I lying? Now, another thing I wanted to talk, let me see. I don't mind about the jokes. What's your name? D Rugs. Put a picture up. Yella Beezy and this whole case, right? You know, it's crazy because he made a lot of moves that it was shaky. He didn't know what he was doing, really. You mean the guy stood on the stand and said they are testifying against him. So whether he got this bond, I guess it was $750,000 bond, whether he has that bond, it doesn't matter. They're probably gonna put an ankle monitor on him, and from that point on, he's going down the road, man. You pay, and then the guy says that he took out $40,000 out of the bank, like it couldn't be traced. Are you serious? 40,000 out of the bank? You think they're not gonna trace that back? Are you crazy? And it's not like this is, and people get on with this like snitching. Let me tell you something. Don't y'all realize a lot of the guys that were supposed to be street, this and that, they're the ones snitching. It's the other people that realize the story from you guys. You mean to tell me you was caught up with the whole Mo3, and Mo3 was both of these brothers are talented. This could have been a long time if they knew how to solve their problems in a different way. This could have been resolved a long time without all of this, man. But you know what happens? Jealousy of our own people doing good. Like just the other day, I seen it was an interview on Complex with Diddy G, and they were interviewing him, and I didn't realize that so many people had hate for the kid. And in my head, I'm like, wait, hold on. The DDG, they said he was a multi-platinum artist. And you mean that's not like nobody's viewing it. Maybe it might not be the crowd. Now, you know, before it was like, oh, you want the industry eyes. But in these times, no, he has the right eyes on him. He has people that really wants to support him. Half of these rappers, they over here caught up with this gang violence and wanting to be the man and be the toughest guy that they can't even sell any records. Meanwhile, he doing multi-platinum and the people still continue on with his music. He got Wiz Khalifa and the baby backing him. That's the type of artist that really should move the culture forward, whether you think of it or not. Just because you're used to this hateful energy killing people and seeing your own people die, you're used to that until it comes down and the gun is pointed at you. We got to start championing artists out there that really want to do the music, not just do the hustle. You can't be a criminal and be a rapper at the same time. It don't make no sense. It's almost like, you know, and that's another thing too that I feel like it's almost like these people that hide their face online. First it was like, and I'm glad that he said that, because, you know, now it reminds me of something I wanted to talk to you guys about. When you show your identity, there's no more to be said. When you don't show your identity and you're doing all of this talk, it just says a lot about you. But when you get on here, you show your identity like, no, this is me. This is no fake AI. No, this is me talking directly to you. What is it to hide? Ain't nobody hiding from that. There's always the people, there's a lot of funny stuff going on, man. That's why I don't ever understood. You got to know how to read people. And I could tell by the way the people y'all watch and the people y'all believe in, I know y'all don't know how to read people. You got to realize that half of these people, they're coming from dysfunctional families with generational curses, all of that attached to them. You can't expect those same people to get on here and tell you something truthful for you to run your life. Does that make sense to you? It don't make no sense. All you guys are doing is taking in hurt, digesting it, and it's hurting you, and you're putting it out to somebody, whether it be in your family, your kids. Know what you're doing up here, man. Know how to conduct yourself. I don't care if you want to move around here like a soldier. Soldiers keep this so they won't get shot from behind or shot from the side. I just seen in Chicago, they ran down on dude's car and they wasted him. They wasted him. He had no chance, man. There's no chance of no get backs, nothing. He's gone. Just like that. Snap of a finger. And dudes think it's funny they're getting promotion. You know what? If you're going out here and you wanna film somebody's hood, I wanna see more people go into people's hood and film the OGs that the young ones could know and identify with. Film them, because a lot of OGs in New York, they ain't on that same nonsense. Nah, man, not the OGs I know, not the wise people that I know. They're not on that. Nah, they're trying to take it in a different route because they see that the youth are misguided, and they're just taking the action part of the street action over the knowledge and the street smarts. So when you go that route, you just as dumb as the kid sitting in the back of the class cracking jokes trying to be a clown, a dummy, a doofus, a fool. Any of those words relate to you, then you got to eat that. People out here fake smart, leading people the wrong way, and it's just for what? Views, and they want a few dollars. Them same few dollars going to be the same few dollars that you're going to get buried with your family. You don't realize what's going on, young man. You following these guys that are on their last leg. They'll tell you anything, like Kanye West. These people talking down on people's kids like they can't get found in all of this. And people are just disrespectful, and you can tell these are the types of people, they rotten inside. You hear what I tell you? These people, a lot of these people, generational curses. I'm telling you. Don't let them fool you about, oh, this is the good life. No, it ain't. It's not. That's not looking like the good life. Yeah, on social media, but behind the scenes, you can't even keep your man. Every minute you look around, he in somebody else's bed, and you telling me that's what a relationship's supposed to be about? Got some nerve, man. These relationships ain't even lasting long. People starting to wake up, man. You following the wrong people, the youth are following the wrong people, and we need a change right now, because if not, these prisons are going to be packed like Walmart. Like Walmart. Another thing I seen that was kind of crazy, I said, to myself, I can't believe again, another lawsuit, Dame? Another lawsuit, Dame Dash? Are you serious? Are you serious? You mean to tell, it's one thing about being stressed out, but it's another thing when money is the forefront of your life. So when somebody take it away or you owe them now, the stress that induces, that stress could take you out. I just hope that man has a strong enough head to make it through with all of this, man. Pause. Because $4 million? Look, man, y'all playing around, man. That's like you go to a car lot, they give you the car, and when you come out, you realize that you're going to be spending almost 4 times the price. Do you really want the same? You got to negotiate better. You got to understand that your life is in a 50-50. It's either we split this down the middle, or we can't do this deal at all nowadays, man. And when you're dealing with business, you're dealing with, look, if you're going to be, and it doesn't matter what the product is, if you're selling a product to anybody, you have to, it's a responsibility that comes within that. Who you are as a person is going to also sell that product. So when people are seeing these different things, it's going to make it that much harder for you to sell more products if they see that you're going through these type of business deals and they're going this and that. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I feel bad for the brother. Because it seemed like every time he put his foot forward, somebody is grabbing him and pulling him back 2 steps. It's like something about that ain't right. Somebody must have put some curse or something about that ain't right. Something about that ain't right. I just can't understand it. Because, you know, and let me tell you, sometimes people don't understand, like, you might have a diamond and you lose that diamond and you never get it again. And you have to find a way of understanding that the route that it took for you to get the diamond in the first place, you might not be able to get that route. You got to create a new route. You got to create a new way of bringing in your stream. And this all starts with you bettering yourself. You got to get people to start believing in you again. And these types of things won't happen. Because America lost its trust a long time ago. With the pandemic, you could just wipe trust out the way when the pandemic came around. Trust went right with it. Right with it. A lot of people can't trust other people. And that's the reason why a lot of businesses are going, it's happening, you guys. It is happening. People can't eat. And as much as we think that going out there and being our best self, no, it's not just about you. It's about your neighborhood, your community, the routes you take to get where you gotta go, the people you come in contact with. Those are going to be the people that's going to meet this. It's meaningful because anything can happen. Especially when it comes, I told you guys, when it comes down to the unalive rate, the youth are scared. Some of them that don't want to take the gang route and don't want to go that route, they still have to go through these same places where that is a part of it. And some people are taking their lives because they don't know who they are. They don't know their sexuality. They don't know anything because their parents are not giving them any type of knowledge that's going to be sustainable for them to live in America. All they're giving them is this fake, go out there, get it. Their parents ain't no good too. Their parents are lost. So once you have lost parents and lost kids, you're doomed. You're doomed. Nothing you say is gonna be good. Your kids are gonna be lost and they're gonna be looking back at you if they get a chance to look back at you if they make it up to that age. Because when it comes down to the sickness, the recalls in foods, the poisonous things that we have that's intoxicating people's body, it ain't no way. You don't even know the people that's against you. It's almost like throwing a bed sheet over your head and running in a boxing ring and people punching at you. You don't know who's hitting at you. All you see is the lights. And then who has to absorb those punches and the hurt? The people that ain't got nothing to do with it. People, if you don't wake up, let me tell you, the devil gonna wake you up. The devil gonna wake you up. See, I got God in my life. So at the end of the day, I have an extra bulletproof. I have somebody extra watching my back besides my family and all that. No, God got my back. So just in case they make mistakes, I still have somebody that still watch my back, that I believe in the Most High. They can't get me. You got to think like that. Nothing is, it's, you know how hard it is to impress me? Do you know how hard it is? You mean to tell me just because a person has a car, they put some money up to their ear, that's going to make... No, that doesn't motivate me at all. What motivates me are people that see things different. People that have more compassion for people in times of hurt. People that can see through the nonsense. Those are the things. Those are the things that I attach to. I'm like, wow, it draws me closer. Because the more I move, the more I find understanding, the more I create, the more I have compassion for things, the more things get done. The more you become more successful in the things that you do. If you are looking, or you start to realize these people, they are so stuck in this dictatorship lifestyle that they start looking like each other, doing things like each other, and forget about who they are. I know who I am. But in order for me to make a better version of me, I have to make a better version of you to understand what this whole thing is about. So it's a 50-50. Because I have anxiety as well as those people out there that might not know how to control it. I just know how to control mine and put it in a place where I can use it to be a better creative and be a better person and be more aware. I use it in that sense. I don't use it in the same sense as those people. Even though we all experience different things, yes, but it's how you take it in. Instead of saying, you know, he shot my buddy down yesterday, I'm going to go shoot up his mom's house the next day. Give it a second. Maybe your anxiety, if you knew how to sharpen it, you would wait. You don't even want to wait a month or 2 or 3 or 4 until it get out the air. You just want to run right after. I ain't telling you what to do, but I'm just telling you there's better ways of doing it. You got them people painting you as a killer, and now when it hit the news, boom, on broad day, you see your face up there and you walking in the screen and they got you on camera telling you did this or that. You think you're not getting caught? Man, please. I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Or these fake ideologies about how people are supposed to live their life. No, if you live your life, you don't have to be the most righteous person to understand what's going on. But you have to have some type of religion to understand that there is such thing as a spiritual war. If you don't believe in that, then you're going to always be lost. Simple as that, you'll always be lost. You over there sipping all this stuff that the celebrities, every bottle of liquor the celebrities put out, you got up to your damn mouth. Get that shit out of here. They use that stuff so they can numb themselves with all the nonsense that they've been put through, all the symbolism that was put in their videos. Just the other day I seen some. It's one of these rappers. They added devil into their lyrics. The more I hear devil, the more you repeat all of that stuff. That's gonna get into you, your family life, and everybody. You watch and see. Don't repeat their music either, because then they start going after your spirit. Don't you be like those people. You see what happened to Jelly Roll? When he came out and spoke about how his family's on addiction. That's alcohol. Him, his wife, and his kid. So while his wife was doing with the alcohol, his kid ended up doing it too. So while you boozing and are you sneaking and sniffing up a whole line of whatever you got going for yourself, meanwhile your kid in the back, they doing the same thing. You see what goes on? Don't let them fool you, man. You can do better for this. That's what I'm trying to do for myself. And I would love for y'all to grow with me so we could all come to a point where we say, you know what? Damn, you was right. And I'm like, you was right. And now we at a better place. This is how, because if we don't get there, then we'll never have understanding in what's going on. And we'll just keep looking at it like it's just a thing. You know how many people are desensitized to murder because of social media? You mean to tell me people could walk over, they can look at Nipsey getting killed this day, look at Mo3 getting killed and just go on about their business, but they don't realize that affects them. That stays up here. You never forget that. Those people have hurt people. Behind every death, there's somebody hurting inside, and somebody that it gives them an imbalance. They don't know what to do next. Whether it's the mother, father, it's always going to be that way. Your compassion is always going to show in your character, man. These people they didn't even get to the point of building their character. They just feel like, oh, I got it because somebody dished them a piece of money and now they feel like they something. You ain't nothing until you make that into something that's going to be something the world can remember, something people can remember you for. You think you're a hero because you're telling your kid this, but what happens when your kid grows up, have some sense that money is not everything, and realize how imbalanced you really are? And how you can't stay with one person, you gotta keep dipping around. What do you think your kid is gonna do? How you think your kid is gonna treat that other kid out there when they're in their dating relationships? How you think that's gonna go on into the future? How you think that's gonna travel? You think they're gonna have a long life and, oh, he's just gonna get married? No, he's gonna be doing the same thing as his father. And until he could find his sense of self and break out of that, it's going to continue on and continue on and continue on until it's just a normal reaction to your family. You don't want that. I don't care what wrongs my family or whatever did in the past. I'm not going to carry that on into my life. I'm always going to be breaking through and doing it the best way as possible so the next people or whoever, even if they ain't family and they take something from it, is something that they can use in their life and be better for themselves. That's what it is. It ain't about all this other nonsense people be kicking. All that tough stuff, where did they get people? Where did they get people? Think about it. in the coffin. And you got a few guys that tell the stories about you. That's all you want? If that was all you want, man, you should have ran in the street at the first time and go, you know, there's more to life than that. There's more to life than covering up the wrongs and trying to be right online. Why don't you just be the best person you can be off and online? Why it can't be that way? Just because they're putting up these, or they're in a yacht chilling, it doesn't matter. That should put a smile on your face. And it shouldn't push you out there to harm people or do the wrong things to get the money to try to get to that point. If that's the point you want to get to, you feel like that's somewhere. And that's why people fall short. I realize that's why people fall short, because you know what? All of these dumbos, you can always tell a fool. A fool, when people are talking serious talk, they come in with the laughing and they got a joke. Look at this shirt. That's high school stuff. Get out of that mentality. You could tell a lot of dudes they ain't ever gonna grow up. And they wanna sit there and thinking that that's something. But you know what happens? When that stuff catches up with them, it don't matter how much money they have, they still leave like a fool. You come in like a fool, you leave like a fool. That's how it go. It don't matter about it. You're really good at jokes, right? So why don't you be a comedian? Why don't you put that on the platform where that's gonna be profitable for you? When you talk down on people, people don't forget that. And some people with the wrong mindset can see you for that. And some people, from a distance, looking at how you treat other people, will take a blind eye to when you get hurt because they know how you treated people. So it does say a lot. Your character says a lot more than you think it does. Your character is going to approach the audience before you even get there. But people don't want to, you know, they getting money, more change. That's not, look, listen, man. These people dying for that shiny stuff. I'm pretty sure that right now there's so many rappers that died for fake jewelry. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it looks shiny when he's standing there by himself, but let him stand up to somebody that, or put it next to somebody's wedding ring. And you see if those diamonds ain't familiar. They're not familiar. So what you mean to tell me you went and picked up all that nonsense and they got you out here trying to defend for your life because people are trying to take that fake stuff from you. They shooting at you at all angles. And now you don't even realize that all that stuff is a bunch of junk jewelry. You're a fool, man. Come on now. We got to do better than that, man. We smarter than that, man. We smarter than that. We smart enough to know that our clothes, the way that don't lead of who you are. Any person that's doing that and showing you that is a fool. Their life ain't in order. Come on, man. You talking about you're buying from the same person that's whooping you behind, the slave master. You're buying from him. He whooping you behind and giving you Pampers to put on after, and bandages after you bleed. You think, come on now, get yourself out of that position. Start thinking and using your head and stop being out here like a fool. We smarter than that. You see what these people are doing. The prices are going sky high. They got wars going on before we even know it, man. And the people that you think are your enemies, they ain't your enemies, man. You don't have ops. There's only good people, bad people. There's demons out there. That's why they look, man, I'm telling you, a lot of families are ducking right now because they are stuck. You will be so surprised, and there's a lot of youngsters and the youth that's trying to break out of their family nonsense, all the stuff their parents told them about this and that. It was all lies. It was all pain that their parents went through that they're trying to put on their kids. I don't want you to go through this. No, you went through that because you made mistakes. I'm not going through that because I know it's a mistake. Now Jelly Roll talking about, no, alcoholism runs deep. It's not just going to be one person. It's going to be, it keeps carrying on. Why do you think people make so much money off of that poisonous stuff? It's all right to have a sip here and there, occasionally celebrations, but people putting the booze back to their neck like it's water every day. That's not. If you thought that you were gonna beat that, I don't know where you get this from. I don't know where you're getting this type of information from. I don't know who's pushing you down that route. But it definitely ain't God. Look what Bill Gates telling people. He's telling people that in a few years, AI is going to take everybody's job. So what that leaves people to do? You think they care about you or the technology? What do you think they care about more? What I told you was going to happen. They want to make high profits, and they want to have the less amount of people to pay. They don't care about when you say your family this and that. That's why I say get yourself together strong enough where you don't, the things that you thought you needed and you thought you have to pay for, you won't have to pay for that no more. Cut that out. Restrain from all of the stuff that they say you need. You know what you need. They can't tell you what you need. Because the more they tell you what you need, they're going to try to control you. I refuse to be controlled. I don't care how many, that's why I don't come up here. It don't matter how many views. To me, I look at it like whoever got in contact with the video, you lucky. God bless you. Because they ain't putting the positive energy in front of people. So the ones that do tune in and hold it there, those are the ones that I do it for. I'm not doing it for these people that say, oh, no, put them around, because they ain't going to recommend the positivity. You see how these negative people, they run around, they feel like they doing something. Oh, I'm doing something. I'm getting online and I'm talking all this negative. Meanwhile, their kids and everybody suffering from it. They suffering from it. They didn't sit back and look and say, wait, what the hell did I do? I had all this money and look, everybody, this one don't love me. The baby mama problems. This person, my kid don't even know who I am. They want me to spend time. I can't be there. This is happening. He in the hospital. She got hurt. All of this stuff is coming from your destructional ways of thinking. You don't want to turn things around. You just want to make more money, right? So this is where it leads. Be mindful. If you put good energy out there, that money will keep coming rolling in, and you'll have a blessed life. But the more you take your money and you use it and push people in the wrong direction and people around you are wrong, that's you building that negativity, man. That's like a Rico in God's eyes. You got to pay for that. You got to pay for that. There's no way around that. You got to pay for that. Healing energy to Morgan Freeman, too. Love Morgan Freeman. Remarkable man. Age takes its course, and we all have this life that we all share together as we here in the presence with each other. And we know Morgan Freeman was he's still a good man, and sometimes your health, the older you get, it weighs on people, and it's hard to see people that look up to people like that and not want to give them some kind of healing energy. But he gonna be all right in the grace of God, man. But healing energy goes out to Morgan Freeman. But yeah, man, the kids out there, they're going wild. I feel like it's no longer just the music. There's a lot of other things. It's the music, it's the food, it's the environment, parents, pressure. It's the pressure. Depression. All of these things come into play. When you don't know how to handle all these things, man, you'll go out there and you'll lose it, man. I'm talking about, when you got that energy where it's like, yo, the next person or if this person, or if you, all that type of energy is going to lead you in that place. The devil's playground is packed right now because people are lost. It comes from a lot. I have another video that's dropping after this, and I have a surprise video that I'm going to drop for you guys tonight. And I really want you guys to really check it out because it has a lot to do with the first one. I'm not going to give you that. It's dropping at 10:30. It's not that long. And later on, I'm doing one on generational curses, as well as how certain people could take it in a different way, and you can better your life in a different structure. I structured it out a little different than what people are normally used to. So I'm just trying to finish that. I'm going to finish editing that up, and I'll have that for you guys tonight because I know that could help somebody out there. I feel like if I keep people home, I keep my people home watching the right energy, they don't have to go out there and be misguided by these people. Because there's a lot of things out there that can misguide you. A lot of things. We all want better in our life. We all want to do better for ourselves. But we all still have to understand doing it the right way, it really counts more, even if it takes longer for you to get there. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm on it like that, man. I'm on it like that. I'm not just fighting for me. I'm fighting for a whole lot of people out there that see it different and don't want it to be this way. It's not just for the profit. In other words, where you guys tuning in from? Let me know. Another thing, back to that Diddy out, you see what type of energy he on? Hearing now that he wants revenge on this. Revenge on what? This is the same type of energy people, said you was doing from the beginning. You're not a gangster. You got money and you pay people, or because of your money, you take advantage of people. That's demon energy. You would think at this point in time, you'll be fighting for your freedom, your life, to show people that you could be a changed man, and that will show more in your character than you saying you're going to come out and do this and do that. You're not. My honest take on it, you was doing demonic stuff behind the scenes. I'm not joking about the baby oil. I never thought it was funny. I thought it was actually disgusting. You do all of this demonic stuff and force people to do this and that, and you think that karma is not going to come back? Karma has the highest price tag out right now. You think that those people, there's no victims? That's why I don't listen to see, a lot of these guys, they go out here and they give you that, he's innocent because of this or that. Look, listen, there is things that this possibility of things that we've seen that he did, as well as people that was around him saying that he is, his character. Your character speaks before anything. Now all of that boiling and all the bottles in the air and all that nonsense, it don't look too celebrity like when you're hurting your own people, does it? I put out a video of how a lot of these entertainers, they're dating younger and younger and younger and younger because they can't seem to find somebody. When somebody has this up here, it's hard for you to trick them. So yeah, of course they're gonna date younger and younger, thinking it's cool. They at the same strip clubs they've been at for like 20, 30 years now. They done seen the strippers change. They done seen everything change. And every time they eyes is wide for the same nonsense. They ain't gonna ever change. They're gonna always be stuck and falling into these dark places because of the way they think. Can't get nowhere like that. You can't. And then you see how hip hop started with this, like, making education seem like that's not the thing to do. You got to be the street. That's how you messed it up. There was no balance. There was no balance to show people that there's a point in hip hop where there were wisdom and the wise people that spoke in their lyrics and telling people how to get their routes together, like Nas and even the Jay-Z's and the Biggies. And there's a whole lot of artists out there that led people with the music that could give them a different outlook on it. But then there was others that just followed suit and they was just trying to show how much of a drug dealer they are, this and that. And then they come back and act like, oh, no, but I was real. No, your real time is running out. See, the older we get as a man, this should be already sharper. This should be the thing that's going to be your next muscle. This muscle is going to start deteriorating no matter who you are. You think you're as tough as you are, and then you get out there and then, God forbid, something happened to you. Because the next young man coming up is going to be more quicker, slicker, smarter, wiser. Get to that first. Get to this first. Move there quicker. Get behind you. You going to miss out on that if your mind ain't right. You're going to miss out on that. And that's how they usually get lost in the bunch. It don't matter where you from. Remember, no matter where you are, there you are. It's you, and we see you for who you are. And I'll be honest with you, ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody scared. But just not being scared is also could hurt you too. Having a little bit of fear keeps your senses up, keeps you sharp and what's going on. You gotta be aware of all of this when you're out here, because that's how detrimental it is to the people, society, and our communities today. People, they're trying to find a fix, but they don't know where to get it. Because a lot of these people that's talking, they don't have to experience this. They ain't coming from no aggressive environments. These people are lying to you. They ain't never been in all these. There's no shootouts. They ain't never been to none of that. But they get up here and they try to make that seem like that's the thing. It ain't the thing. You're not gonna be able to make your YouTube videos when people are on you. You're not gonna be able to go to the park and with your family and this and that. We already see that these people are shooting folks that's innocent. So you will have to be the most greediest, selfish person to take your family out into these places when you know people are after your head. That's selfishness. And half of these people don't even know what their friendships are, because they're looking back at their partners now like, would you tell on me? No, you don't got to ask that question now, you dumbo. Of course he would tell on you. Y'all ain't friends. You never was friends. You guys just huddle up to do nonsense. That's why you can't get nowhere. It'll be one person here, maybe he might feel like and then somebody knock his head off. And then another person try to get somebody to knock his head off. What friendships you have? What type of friends you talking about? A lot of these people don't even know what friendship is. That's why you see them jumping around from new friends to friends, always trying to find new friends, because they don't even know who they are. And God keep making them attract to the same people like themselves, giving them that mirror of society and who you are, and it hurts them. They can't look in the mirror because they know the person that they're looking at is the same person that's taking all this nonsense in their brain and using it for the wrong. If they don't wake up, trust me, they never will. They never will. You go out there and sometimes I don't understand, like people, you know, they're so quick to buck up for their kids. You talk about my family, but you said family? You mentioned the F word? You mean you, the guy that come on here every single day and talk about people, this and that, and you want people, you talk about some family? Oh, that ain't the way you conduct yourself then. Nah, that ain't the way you conduct yourself. Nah, you got problems, man. A lot of these people got problems, man. And until they understand looking or finding help from somebody that can probably give them a better look of things, then they're all going to be in the same place, comfortable in this destruction. And in the end, we are the ones that's going to take the most hits. If you're smart enough to know that you can leave that struggle mindset and you start to get into building your own and finding new people and new environments to put yourself being part of, then you won't have to worry about this. It's a hop, skip, and a jump to get rich. I'll be honest with you. What people told you is a lie. It's a hop, skip, and a jump to get rich. It's all about the people you come in contact with, what you're doing with your life, and who believes in you, who trusts in you to say, you know what, I'm gonna loan you this. I'm gonna give you this for your company. I hold you down with this. Anytime you need something, call. Those are the people that understand you for who you are, your character. That's what's gonna lead you through. That's how these banks stay alive. That's how the big bankers and all. You think it's just because they sold a couple pieces of property? Nah, because they're in cahoots and they have actual relationships with the guy that's golfing and the guy that's owner of that airlines. Yeah, they have actual connections. And somebody give a whisper, yo, that's my boy, this and that, and then you make your way through. You'll make your way through. But when you're around people that can only see it for like, oh, he's better than, I'm gonna take him out. Yeah, that's crabs in the barrel mentality. Yeah, we heard of that. If that's what you're looking for, we in the wrong place. If you're worrying about the things people are wearing and how dressed, you're not staying focused. Stay focused, young man. Concentrate on the message and stop worrying about other men's clothes. I keep telling you guys look like you're dating each other. Stop worrying about what other men wearing and other men doing this, and concentrate on you. Lead, be a leader. Stop with all the jokes in the back of the class. Those guys that sat in the back of the class are the same guys that sitting in the back of the prison, the back of the precinct, the back of the squad car. They're in the back. The only time you can get to the front to speak to the teacher or the person that's putting out the message is when you understand what the message is about. That's why you stayed in the back. You was not only embarrassed, but you thought clothes and you thought all of this stuff that people are wearing was going to be more important than your education, son. What you wearing don't mean nothing, because first they're going to be looking at your sneakers, and then when you get smart and wise, they start looking at your eyes. It don't matter what you wearing. You got a good message about you. You clean clothes on, your body clean, you smelling good. You don't got to worry about what they wearing, because they ain't got this up here. They can't wear a real brain. They can't wear the smarts. They wear Dumbo. Dumbo dressed in designer. Do you want to be that person? Giving all your money to these people that don't care about you. They only wanted you to buy a belt, but you ran in there and you put on the whole clown outfit. You ran back out with the logos and you ran back to the hood and you said, look at me. Nobody looking at you. We want to hear what you got to say. How much you paid for it? What was the tax on? You can't even count it. You just had a whole bunch of money. You went in there and blew it to the same people that don't even care about you. You're a Dumbo. And just because they have slave masters, of course there are people that are lost too. We have people that we're gonna promote those people because they feel like they're putting money in that person's pocket. But little do they know, when they get the money in their pocket and they try to do what they're doing, they own our own people. We can't support you because we see how you treat us when you get to those points. So why would we support you? It's not about not supporting our own people. It's about supporting the right people. Wake up. They get boozed up when they're trying to promote to you because they know they're hurting their own people. So they booze themselves up and just kick it, spill it out. Or selling you a book with no information in it. You know how many times people fell for that trick because they were so in love with the person? Get off of that stuff. Don't be in love with the person. Be in love with their intelligence. And if it can help you out to make you a little more intelligent, then that person is well deserving of your money, of your time, of your support. And that's how we will go. That's how we will go. You don't gotta like the next man. If he's doing the right thing and going the right way, trying to lead people in his direction, you still support that. It ain't about you liking him, what you want to date him or something. Yeah, it ain't about that. It ain't about that. It's about pushing the right people in forward and having these people in position so when the people that don't understand get some people trying to come in and take over, you have the right people in position to guard them. Look at it like that if you can't look at it no way else. Look at it like that. And then you won't worry about these guys like they call online, they calling them trolls. People trolling. You won't worry about no trolls. There's always going to be some fool in the classroom, but he still got to go home to the pressure. He still got to go home to the pressure. Until he understands within that walk after school all the way back home to where his parents is abusing or beating his behind, he's going to understand, wait, hold on, I should have paid attention that day. See, this reality is the harsh reality that people don't understand. And a lot of parents now, you see them on the news, when they take their kids, they covering up their face when the cameras, they're like this for the camera. Don't film me because they're embarrassed. They knew that they were supposed to send the kids out in the bed. They embarrassed. Hell yeah, they embarrassed. They embarrassed. There's a lot going on, you guys. I just want you guys to pay attention and you wait and see who is going to take this over, the good people or the bad people. Because the more destruction will come, there's going to be no way to stand on. No matter how much you think you have, it's always going to be here and hitting that ceiling. I told you. If we don't stick together, what's going to happen? I love you guys, and I hope you guys are tuning. Stay tuned, because at 10:30 it's going down with this video, and plus I got a new one coming. And I want you guys to enjoy your Friday, man. This Friday, I don't want y'all to have the most fun. I want y'all to put something up here. Go get a new book. Go speak to somebody that you feel that has a little more intake on what's going on, or listen to somebody that has a little more wisdom than yourself. Always bring people, you know, like how they say, you know, people at these highest points in these businesses always have people under them that's smarter than them. Live your life like that. The people you tune into, the people that you're around, if they have a little more of this up here, try to find understanding in that so you can get some of that juice and move on, and you can probably transfer that to your kids, or you can probably live a better life because of it. But if you still have that inkling inside, or that feeling like, oh, I need this, I need that, and that to be this, then you know you're going in the wrong direction. You hear me? Don't repeat demonic words in these songs. Don't keep singing the song over and over. That's when it hurt you and get into your family. All of these things are meaningful. Trust me. I love you guys, and stay tuned to the channel. If you're new to this channel, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share. Show me some love today. It's Friday. I would love for you guys to give me some extra love. I need hugs. I need kisses. I need as much love as I can, because I have a lot of creating to do, and I need that energy over here to circulate. You know, I need that. I need that, and I know you need that too. Okay, so I love you guys, and stay tuned, man. I got a lot coming up. You'll see it right after this. I'll put it up. I'll put the premiere up. And, yeah, man. Until next time, it's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Peace. I get up.